So I finally took all of the stuff out of the other part of the basement. I am slowly figuring out what boxes go where and labeling them. It's taking a little bit to do. I'm now in the bits where you go through every box and figure out where the homes are. And I feel a little bit bogged down because this looks like an epic disaster. But hey, it's going places, finding some really old photos, which is kind of neat. And yeah, it looks like a giant mess. But I'm getting there. So I got the big bits started. But now I'm down to this pile of stuff. It's linen, it's wool, and it's silk. And these are all the things that were in my Cabbage Patch bin, or UFO section. And I'm not entirely sure how to organize this in a way that is useful. So, if you've got hints, I would love to know them. Thanks. I wasn't entirely sure how to store my wool in a way that I could see it. So what I actually did is I tipped the box. I'll see if I can do this without making a mess. On its side like this, and then I slowly measured and stacked all the wool I had, and I gave everything little measuring cards like that. And I did that for any of the larger pieces of wool, and then for all the scraps that are still good for facings, I just got this little very clean remnants of my takeout bag and just kind of dumped them all in there. So now all my wool that I can actually use is all in one box. I don't know if this was a great idea, but so far it makes sense to me. I'm going to try it with the linen. I got the linen one done. And this took a lot longer. Oh my goodness, did I have a lot of linen. But, look at that. I find that pretty. And then, all the bits that are good for facing, yeah, they're right in there. So, and everything's nice and labeled. Feel pretty good about that. I actually have a lot more linen than I thought I did. Good thing, I guess. I started putting stuff together, including putting my machine out and everything. And then I realized we didn't actually set up that pegboard. Whoops! So we'll do that now. I have been trying to figure out how to organize threads, and having them in this drawer, even when they had them in like a great rainbow order, it didn't work very well for me. I have tried those ones that you can get from your local fabric store, where it's that little rack that has like little pegs in them, and because I have so many different shapes and sizes of thread, it doesn't always work, and then how do you match up those bobbins? I didn't know how to do that. So I came up with an idea, since I have that many hooks, so many hooks, where I ran some wire along the top, and then I actually started hanging each spool from it. Now, there's a couple of different ways that I did this. First way was to use this string, and I made loops on each end to then thread through the spools, and then I would just hang it on a safety pin because I have so many safety pins. This is a super cheap and effective way to actually hang these things, but threading it through the bottom of these cones takes forever, and while it works, It's not my favorite. What I discovered is I actually have a fair amount of wire. I have a bunch of crafting wire from back when I used to do a lot of wire-wrapped beads. So I have all the tools to actually make pretty little wire thingies if I wanted to. But this guy here is actually the most useful. I just took this cheap floral type wire that you can get, I think you can get it from the dollar store, honestly. And I just made a little square on the bottom. Focus, there you go, square on the bottom. And then I just made a little loop on the top. So all I need to do, see if this guy will stand up. He won't, it doesn't matter. Is put him through here. And then put my matching bobbin on the top. And then put my safety pin through that little loop. And it's as easy as this. It attaches nicely. I just clip it to the wire. And ta-da! Now it's hanging. Really cheap. Doesn't really matter if the bottom looks stupid as long as it's holding the bottom. And then you just do it forever.